comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say it's alright.
Hello everyone, Little Ray of Sunshine reporting in again. I don't think I've used that intro in a while, but here it is. Alright, so a lot of things have happened this week actually. Just recently I got to do an event for the vendors. I got to do an action station at the event for the vendors. It was down by the pool. You can see some pretty pictures here. It really is a lovely place. This is our adults only pool. And you can see there's lots of nice places to sit down and it looks really lovely. And if I wasn't an employee, I would love to sit there. Employees aren't allowed. But I got to sit there and I got to make banana beignets for the customers, or for the vendors. So I had myself a little personal fryer. You can see my station here. And I had myself a little personal fryer. I threw the little banana beignets in there, and then I plate them up, and then I'd serve them to the customer, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, this is what I like about my job. This is what I like about the pastry industry, is that when I get to interact with people. You know, as people come up, ooh, what is this? I say, oh, this is our banana-filled beignet, and with that we have a tropical relish to go with it. It has mango, pineapple, and passion fruit, just a little bit of vanilla bean. And then on top, as my voice gets slower, we have a white chocolate coconut rum sauce to go on top. And it was a really delicious dessert. I got to try one earlier. I mean, you gotta know what you're selling is good, right? Overall, it was really fun. It's really nice to be out there, especially when it's dark and all the lights are up. It's just gorgeous. I had a blast, honestly. After that, there's just some random occurrences throughout the week. A guy runs in and goes, I need an eyeball. And I go, what? I need some eyeballs. I said, sorry, fresh out. But what it turned out for is he was making a garnish for the buffet and he needed some eyeballs for his garnish. So he's like, just something round, something white. I'm like, we have truffle shells. They're dark chocolate, but we took the truffle shells and we just dipped them in some white chocolate. Kind of a slapdash job, but here's what he was making. It's an alligator and there are his chocolate eyeballs. To me, it was adorable. I loved it. I thought it was cute. Also this week, I got to put together a dessert for a couple people. Caesar came up to me, he said, make something nice, make something special for these two ladies who were actually able to get me a discount for my grandparents when they come visit me down here at the beginning of November. And so I needed to make them something special. Okay, I thought of a lot of different ideas and I was like, oh, I don't want to get too complicated with it. I need to be something simple so they can put together and will be good. So I came up with this. For those of you who have had my caramel apple salad that I like to bring to parties and stuff, you know it's delicious. So this is my fancied up version of my caramel apple salad. As you can see, it's a caramel apple cheesecake. It's got the cheesecake, some whipped cream, the sliced apples, a little bit of Snickers on top, and a little bit of caramel sauce. So that was my design. I mean, simple, not hard, and they really enjoyed it, so that was cool. The big thing this week was the wedding. So we've had this wedding impending for about a month now, and we've all been kind of dreading it, waiting for something to go wrong, because things kept changing, the times, the place, the cake, so we had this wedding cake. We were all just like, about 5 different tiers, 5 different flavors, 5 different fillings, and all draped in fondant, and she wanted it brushed orange with twigs. I mean, grapevines without leaves and without grapes, so essentially twigs. Okay. Together we were able to come in after everybody else was gone, and we brought in the big sheeter, got it in there, helped us to roll it out, and overall I think they turned out really well. As you can see the picture, this is after we just got finished draping them, and I think they turned out really well. Went back the next day and no air bubbles. Not one, not a single air bubble. So yes, I learned something in school. Thank you again, Chef Sadie and Chef Erica. So we got all that done, and then the next day we put it all together. You can see the end product here, and honestly I think, okay, maybe I would not have picked the design personally, but it doesn't look that bad. I mean, I think it actually looks really nice, and she loved it. She loved it. She loved it. And that's what's important, and that's what really makes me feel good, to, to have put this work into this wedding cake and for the customer to be so happy with it. The other cake with that was the groom's cake, which was, they both live in Texas, but he's from Louisiana. So this cake we made in the shape of Louisiana with all the highlights of Louisiana. I didn't do a whole lot of work on this cake myself. I did help with a couple things. I made some little cattails, and I painted on the Tabasco bottle. But you can see the cake here. Everybody loved it. They had a lot of fun with it. It was my job to cut this sucker, which, essentially square, sort of. So it wasn't that hard, but man, I tell you, I could not cut cake fast enough. Ooh, I'll have 2, I'll have 3, 4. And then, of course, there's this little kid, what's this made out of? What's this made out of? What's this made out of? And, I really love it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, that's the side of the party I like to be on the side that's making other people happy. Caesar, he cut the wedding cake, which, pulling apart the 5 tiers and cutting that. I'm happy with the 1-layer cake that I got to cut. We had a lot of fun. We ended up staying late, but it was awesome. It was awesome. And the cakes, they were both awesome. It was just a lot of fun all together. Let's see, just the other day I got to, we're working on a Halloween display for our gelato case. In this case, there's going to be little tombstones sitting in each of the gelato, which will have our gelato flavors, which all the flavors are, of course, clever names that are Halloween themed. Like we have fish stew, which is going to be a strawberry ice cream with a bunch of Swedish fish in it. So, fish stew. Ta-da! So I got to design the tombstone, so I made the originals, and then we made a mold of that using silicone, and then we poured more. So these are my tombstone designs that I came up with. I mean, it's a tombstone. And then it was my job to write on them. I don't have the best piping handwriting. My teacher will tell you this. I don't have the worst piping handwriting, or handwriting in general, but I think maybe in this case, having bad handwriting worked out. I mean, if anything, I can say, oh, I just did it that way on purpose to make it look, creepified. Something like that. Well, here's the picture. You can see it. I think it works. It's all readable. It's all legible. And I think it'll work. But, you can be honest if you don't think it would. But I do. I think it works in this case. I made a last-minute decision the other day to take myself out to dinner. I went to a place called Luna Bar and Grill. They had nice jazz music playing. I got shrimp scampi, which was delicious. And I had it with focaccia bread and mashed potatoes, so you could just dip it in the sauce, and so good, so good. And I also got for dessert the mascarpone cake, which was gigantic, and I mean, just look at it, it's huge. I did my best, so I fought through and ate all I could. I got most of it, but that was a lot of fun too. Last night, or yesterday, Miss Mary at work, made some gumbo, and let me tell you, okay, you've not had gumbo till you've had Miss Mary's gumbo. Okay, maybe my opinion is moot, but that was some good stuff. She decided, it's wintertime. This is winter right here in Louisiana. It's like 70 degrees outside, but made some gumbo for winter since it's getting cold. But I had 2 helpings. It was really good. I wish there's more. I hope there's more today so I can have some more. A lot of stuff happened this week, a lot of exciting stuff. Got a lot more to look forward to. I'm going to be going to graveyard soon. Woo! Get to do all the bread. There's also the Food and Wine Festival coming up, which I'll get to go work. Exciting. But that's really all for today. I hope this video isn't too long. It might just be a longer one, that's fine. Alright then, Little Ray of Sunshine, signing out.